Okay, so today for our English class, just documenting what we have been doing, I'm talking about fiction and non-fiction books. Okay, so I have a pile of books here, and we're going to go through each one. I'm going to have you go through each one in a moment.
Okay.
But first, I want you to tell me, what are non-fiction books? What's your definition of it?
Uh, Nonfiction books are books that actually happen.
Yeah, those are events that are things that actually happen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Or things that are actually happening. Okay,
And
that's
real.
that and real, right? They're not fake. Okay, so and then tell me your definition of fiction books.
They're like fairy tales, so that means they're not true or real.
Right, they're fake. They're made up stories, right? That
Mm-hmm.
people create. Yeah, great job. So before we get started on this worksheet here, I want you. Like I said, I have a pile of books here.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Exactly. And I want you, I'm going to move this out the way. I want you to organize the books. And let me actually put this right here, really quick. Oh, oh, oops. Whoops, can you actually hold it right here for me?
Yeah.
If you don't mind. So what I want you to do is, I want you to be patient with me as I find some paper. Okay, this is good right here. All right, awesome. Ooh. All right, I think I wrote that a little too fast. Okay, so anyways, so I have a pile here. I thought you'd be able to see it better, but I have my fiction pile here. Let me turn it around so you can see it better. I have my fiction pile here, and I have my nonfiction pile. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. And so I want us to go through each book and put it right here in the middle. I want you to go through each book, and I want you to organize them based off of whether they're nonfiction or fiction. And you can just put the books like right up here on each side. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead. I'm going to let you do it. Sorry, go ahead. Great job. So you have now completed your fiction pile and your nonfiction pile, which is great. So one thing I do want to point out, I'm going to pick, usually with nonfiction piles, they include the list of things here on the worksheet. Okay, so I'm just going to show the other table of contents, headings, subheadings, photographs, picture captions, maps, bold words, graph, table and charts, diagrams, maps, glossary, and index. Okay? So I do want to point out, though, some of the books. So we have our fiction pile here. I'm going to scoot this over. Not too far over. So some books, like in the fiction pile, can you open up that book for me to see if it has a table of contents? Okay. So even though this is a fiction book, it still has a table of contents. Okay. So just something to be mindful of. It doesn't.
And some fiction books have glossaries and indents.
You want to discover one? Maybe let's go to the next book to see if that's something true. That's a great question. Yeah. So can you go to the front of the book for me, please?
Yeah.
Because you can always find that in the table of contents. That's where would like for you to go. But great job, you went right to the glossary.
Yay.
Okay. This isn't. We're gonna go to table of contents. This is just showing us our authors, a lot of different authors for a lot of different books. Okay, so this is all the table of contents here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't say it, so.
Yeah, right, and that's something you should be aware of because not all books are going to say table of contents. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're going to just say contents, and then sometimes they're not going to say anything. That this is a great book to get that example from. Mm-hmm. Okay, but let's go over how can you tell if something is a table of contents? How can you tell if something is a table of contents?
Because it has numbers.
And what are the numbers?
Those are the pages that the words will be on.
Well, not just any word. Yes, you're right. They are the pages. And what are those words? What is that?
Those are the pages.
Yeah, that's the page numbers of here. These are different stories, right? Mm-hmm. Can you find the glossary in the table of contents here? Does this one have a glossary? Mm. This is starting the book. We want to remember we want to stay in the table of contents, and you can always tell that you're at the table of contents by what?
By the numbers and the words.
The page numbers, okay? I mean, these all have words, okay? Mm-hmm. But it's the page number that's going to tell us. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. So does this table of contents, this one has, how many table of contents are in this book?
1,800.
Where you want to turn the book around? I'm not sure what you're reading. How many pages show a table of contents? Before it gets to the book, before you start, see this is the book right here. Let me turn it towards you. See how it says book 1? So before we get to the book, you see the Best Friends Club. Can you find that in the table of contents? The Best Friends Club.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So you say that's where the book begins. So how many table of contents does this book have? How many pages? So we have this is one page of table of contents. Does it have any more pages of table of contents?
So it has 3.
3 pages of table of contents. Okay. Sometimes, like this book over here, it doesn't require 3. it just has one page of table of contents. Okay. Versus, let's see, the bird. Actually, the animal book is a perfect book. Can you open up?
Big.
It is big. Can you open up the to the table of contents? How many pages does this table of contents have?
So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it has 3.
That one has 3 as well. Let's check out the book. I mean the birds. Bird book. How many table of contents, if any, does that book have?
It has 1, 2. It has 2.
Okay, so based on how much information is in the book, that will determine how many pages of the table of contents that it has. Okay. All right. So now, I guess we can talk more. Let me just review it one more time. What is the table of contents?
The table of contents are page
Page numbers.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, it does have words. All books have words. Say page number.
Page number.
Right. Okay. So I know what you mean by when you say that, but you just, whenever you're saying this to other people, they want to be able to understand what you're saying. Okay. I know you know what it is. I know you know that is for the pages where you can find it. But you want to say page number. Okay. Because it is a number, and that on each page, there is a number. Okay. So I'm curious, out of this book, Silly Things Happen, can you please tell me what page A Puppy by Oliver Herford is? So the book is called A Puppy, and the author is Oliver Herford. Can you tell me what page that's on? A Puppy.
Here you go.
Okay. Can you tell me what page number that's on?
109.
Can you go to page 109 for me, please?
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay. So where does it show that it's 109? How did you find that?
The page number.
Right, the page number. Good job. And so that we have our page number, and we have A Puppy by Oliver Herford. Great job.
A fluffy puppy.
A fluffy puppy. Great job. So in the 5-minute girl power stories, where can I find the story about the Princess Polo Games? What page number?
65.
Great job. Page 65. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to really focus on our nonfiction books. Okay, I just wanted you to see that some fiction books do have table of contents, but you'll find that most fiction books don't. Okay, now if they have more than one fiction story in them, that's why they have the table of contents. Okay.
Oh, so they only have the table of contents if it has more stories, and it doesn't have the table of contents if it's only one story?
Right, basically. And then when you start to get into chapter books where it would have, the chapters, like yes, like The Princess in Black. Can you open up to see if there's a table of contents in there?
No.
Okay, no table of contents, but sometimes when they're chapter books, they have chapter 1, chapter 3. It's basically kind of equivalent to different stories, but it's the same story, just different chapters. Sometimes chapter books have table of contents as well. You'll see that as you get older into reading, you'll see that they have the table of contents. But like I said, sometimes they don't have it. But books, like I said, that have more than one fiction story in them show table of contents. Okay, so now we're going to put these fiction books over here, and we're going to explore these non-fiction books. Okay?
Yeah, so stories that what's that actually true?
Right, actually true. They give us, what do non-fiction books, what is something that they give us?
They give us information about the world.
Right, they give us information. Great job, high five. What? Great job. So these are more of our information books, okay? So we have different books. We have one on world history, science, right?
Women in Black history.
Women in Black history.
Different birds. And lots of animals.
And animals, right? Exactly. So, so now that we talked about the table of contents, okay? And so now I also want to talk about
the headings.
The headings, sure. So, what are some headings? Can you give me some headings? Here, open up the Women in Black history for me. Let's check out its table of contents. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of a heading. So a heading would be, can you find Rosa Parks? That's a heading. Okay? Can you find what page Rosa Parks is on in this book?
10.
Oh, that's just the number that they're numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. They just wanted that in order, but that doesn't show the page number.
This one?
That shows the year. So Rosa Parks was born in 1913 and died in 2005. Okay.
It's this one?
What page number is that?
113.
All right, so go to 113 and let's see if we can find the heading that says Rosa Parks.
Wait, this part. Okay.
And can you point to the heading for me? Where's the heading?
Here?
Nope, that's the page number. Now I said the Rosa Parks was the heading. Can you point to the heading for me? It's just Rosa Parks. That's the heading. Usually the heading is the biggest words on the page. Okay? So let's close this book up. Let's go to our science book. And let's open that up, please, to the table of contents.
Science.
Okay, so I want you to find the heading, magnets. Actually, magnets, good. And I want you to show me what page, go to the page number that has the heading magnets. Magnets.
Magnets.
Okay, great job. Now can you point to the heading of this? Magnets, right. That's usually the heading. They're usually the big old words, okay? And so let's go once more. Let's go to the birds page. And we're going to try it one more time. Go ahead and open it up to the table of contents. Bring this a little bit closer. Okay, and so I would like to learn more about chickadees. So what page is chickadees on? What page? You gotta tell me first, please.
290.
Okay, now go ahead and I just wanted to make sure. And go ahead onto that page now.
Where is it? Oh, the page up here.
Yeah, let's see. The page numbers are different. So all books can be different.
Okay, we're getting close. 90. 90.
What number is that?
290.
Good. Now can you point to the heading for me, please?
You do?
There you go. You got chickadees and titmice. Now, I would like for you to show me where's the subheadings.
Subheadings.
Can you point to a subheading?
Here?
That's a great guess. You'll find your subheadings usually underneath it. Okay, and they're usually sectioned off. So we have all about the black-caped chickadee. Okay, so that's one subheading, and that's going to tell us about that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have our Carolina chickadee, and then we have our boreal chickadee. Okay, so just so you know, side note, we do see a lot of chickadees here whenever we do our birds. So which chickadee do we see the most? Do we see the black-caped chickadee, the Carolina chickadee, or the boreal chickadee?
The black-caped chickadee?
Yeah, I think so. Can you point to its picture?
So.
Yep. I think those are the ones that we see. And they kind of look.
Yeah, they look the same.
Yeah, I was about to say this. I was just about to say that. Yeah, they look very, very similar. You know, so.
So it looks like they're like the bow.
I know exactly, but I think it's the black-caped chickadee as well that we see when they come to visit the bird feeder. Mm-hmm. Okay, so great job. So now, I want you to go. Let's see, which book? Let's go to. Let me see. Let me just review something. Okay, that's not gonna have it. Let's see. Does this have it? No. Not this book. Does this have it? Wow, I'm surprised. Okay, so none of these nonfiction books have what I'm looking for. Let me check the bird. I didn't see it. I was trying to make sure. Let me go to the table of contents. Let me see it. Yeah, I didn't see it either. Okay, so that's okay. I'm pretty sure you know what it is. So we went over the table of contents, the headings, and the subheadings. What are photographs?
They're the pictures?
They're the pictures. What are picture captions? Okay, let's actually go back to the chickadee book.
Okay. Chickadee book.
Oh, no, I did say the chickadee book. Wasn't that silly?
Okay. 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 Stitties.
Okay, awesome. So, all right. So now we have. So we went over the table of contents. We went over the headings and the subheadings. Okay. And the photographs. Can you point to the photographs for me?
Ew.
Right here, all those beautiful pictures, right? So now we have picture captions. So where do you think you can find the picture captions here?
Here?
That's a great. Let me see. I can't even really see it. Yeah, that's where you'll find it. You'll find it near the pictures, right? Mm-hmm. So the picture captions usually have their description about what the picture is. So right here, it's like the Carolina chickadee. It's this one, the fresh fall, has a slightly duller flanks than black-capped.
So the picture capitals
Captions.
Are the one that has the lines?
Yeah, they usually have the lines, or you'll find it underneath the pictures that talk more. So let's actually open up the animals book so we can discover different ones and how they look.
Okay.
So just go ahead and open it up to any page. It doesn't really matter. We just want to look at the picture captions. Okay, so can you point to a photo? Actually, let's go through the whole thing. We know what the table of contents are. Can you point to, we're going to just work on this page because that's where the camera can see. Can you point to the heading, please?
The heading. Woo!
Yes, and what is that? Can you read it for me, please?
Black-throated night heron.
Okay, good. Black-crowned night heron. Good job. You said heron right. That's great. Okay, and so can you point to a subheading for me?
Okay, subheading. Remember? This one?
Great job. And what does that say?
That says treats comparisons.
Comparisons. Great. Okay. And so can you point to photographs for me?
These two right here.
Yep, there were some photographs. And now can you point to picture captions?
Picture captions. Woohoo.
Great. Can you read one of the shortest picture caption for me?
Okay. Eyes. The large eyes enable the heron to spot its prey even underwater at dusk.
Great. So those are the picture captions.
What does dusk mean?
Like nightfall. So they're able to see when it gets dark. When it starts to get dark outside. Okay. All right. So now we're going to where can you find maps?
Here.
All right. Exactly. So let's open up the bird book as well. Are there any maps here?
Yeah, there's 3 maps.
There's 3 maps over here. Okay, and what do you think those maps are for?
The maps are for where the birds live.
Right, they're showing us where you can find these different types of birds. Okay.
And so when it's blue, does that mean they live in torrid areas?
No, it just means that that's where they mostly live. So, if we can see, let me see, Pennsylvania, where are you? Pennsylvania's right there. See that little box?
Yeah.
So that's where you'll find your black-capped chickadees. Now, is this in Pennsylvania? The Carolina chickadee, are you going to find them mostly here?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. See, it's not covered. It's not colored.
Only just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but not by much. Exactly. So that's why I'm pretty sure we see the black-caped chickadee. And then here, what about the Borel chickadee? Is that covered in Pennsylvania? Were you going to find that?
No.
No, you're not going to find it. Right there is a little square. You know, so you're not more than likely not going to find that type of chickadee here. Okay, so that's what they're for. They show where in the world can you find these different types of birds and things. Okay, all right. So the next one is bold words. So I don't know. Let me see. This might have bold words.
This doesn't have bold words.
It doesn't have bold words. What do you think the purpose of a bold word is?
They're big black words.
They are big black words. They're usually here we go. Okay, so we're looking here, and Silly Things Happen, which is our fictional book. But can you find a bold word? And first of all, can you find our heading?
Woo!
Yes, animal tracks. Great. Now, can you find a bold word here?
Here?
Good, tracks. Now, why do you think that word is in bold? Why do you think that word is bold?
Because it's black.
Yeah, it is black, but why do you think it's black?
Because it's bold.
Okay. It's black and bold, but why? Let's see. So I'm going to put this little sticker here. This fell out the book. I'm going to split it right here so we can leave our mark. So usually if you find bold words, the reason why they're usually bold is because you can usually find these words in the glossary. So what word was that? tracks. Okay, can you find tracks for me? Let's see if it's back here in the glossary. Oh, you see it's labeled. A words or B words? C words. What words are we looking for here?
Oh, T.
Yep.
T. A tail.
Okay, so in this case, it's not in the glossary. Okay, so if it's not in the glossary, it's because it's an important word. Okay,
Important what?
Yeah, it's an important word. So we see that this is called animal tracks, right?
Uh-huh.
And so maybe just because it's not in the glossary doesn't mean that it doesn't have its definition. So let's read this sentence. Footprints made by animals are called tracks. So that's why it's bold. It's because that's what the topic is about. And so the author wants you to focus on what tracks mean, because sometimes you know what an animal is, but did you know what tracks meant before you read this?
Tracks meant to leave trails.
Okay, that's what you thought. It meant to leave trails. Okay, that's a great thing. Yes. So it's footprints made by animals. Okay, or it can just be footprints in general, but footprints made by animals, those are called tracks. Okay?
Yep, and then we have the animal's feet.
Right, and then we have, that's where it tells us. So we got, okay, so now we have an idea of this bold word. It was telling us it was bold because the author wanted us to notice it. It's like, hey, tracks. We want you to know what tracks are, and they're footprints made by animals. So can you find the footprint of a cat?
Okay, cat. This one?
Right, yep. Got the 6 here, and there is our tracks. And that's why it was bold.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's go with that. So that's why it was bold, so that we can really focus on that word, because that word was very important for the author, for us to learn more about what that meant. Okay. So we went through our table of contents, our headings, subheadings, photographs, picture captions, maps, bold words, graphs. Now, let's see. You think you can figure out which one could possibly be a graph here?
This?
No, I don't think I see any graphs here. You know, we're going through graphs, and those are where we show let me see. You're doing graphs right now in math, and you know how it would say, let me see. Do I have an example of a graph? Let's see, I might find one here. Actually, I may not. I feel like I just seen a graph. Here, can you hold this for me?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right, so now let's get back on focus on graphs. So do you remember doing things like this in math? Maybe not exactly like this, but do you remember seeing charts and graphs like this? Tables? Yeah. Okay. So this is what a graph is, if they want to compare different things.
So how do you find it in a book?
Well, I don't have any books that have examples of graphs. I don't I know, right? I wish I did, but I don't think I have any books with me. But some books will have that. But I don't have any as of right now. I could try to find it, but it's not looking too good. I pretty much went through all these books, and I would be very surprised if I found a graph. The science book might have one. That might be our best chance of finding an actual graph in a book. Okay, yeah, so none of these books have graphs in it, but if you ever, this is what the graph would look like. It would look similar to something like this, okay?
So like a bit box and with lines?
Yeah, so maybe it'll be comparing, just say if it's comparing the chickadee, the different types of chickadees. So it'd be like, this chickadee, like they want to show the difference between each chickadee and each, and where they live. So maybe they'll talk about their voice, which one who had the best voice, and they'll have that like the chickadees, the Black Cape chickadees has this much, and the Carolina chickadees have this much, and they're just comparing. That's what the graphs are for, just to comparing different types of things. Okay. And like I said, I wish I had an example in the book to show you, but I don't. But that's just an idea of what the graph would look like. Okay? Just wanted you to see it. So the next time you're reading and you happen to come across a graph, you'll know why it's there. Okay? You'll have an idea of why it's there at least. Okay? And that falls into the table and charts too. The graphs, the tables, and charts is basically, they're going to look just like this. Or they're going to look similar to this, I should say. Okay? Alright, so I don't think I need to open that up. You understand what they look like? Alright, awesome. Okay, and then so we have our diagrams, which are they kind of fall in the same category. Okay, I don't have any examples to show you of that right now.
I didn't do the tables and charts.
I just went through that. The graphs, table, charts, and diagrams, they're all going to be kind of similar. Okay, I don't have any examples to show you right now, but they're gonna we when I find more books and things like that, hopefully we'll be able to show you in the book. Okay, but I don't have any examples of that currently that are in the book. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the maps, which we've already done actually, and so we're just going to skip the maps and we're going to go to glossary. So what is the glossary in the books?
It's a definition.
Yes, that's where you'll find your definitions. And once again, these nonfiction books don't have the glossary, but the Silly Things has the glossary. So I'm going to say this. Can you tell me the definition of, hold on, metal? Can you find me the definition of metal? You know how to spell it?
METAL.
Okay, so can you look in the glossary and tell me the definition of metal? Great job.
Dinosaurs. So where are you at? Metal.
Metal. Now, can you read the definition of metal?
A material such as iron or copper that is hard and shiny. Swinging sets are usually made of metal.
Okay, so now we have a better idea of what metal is. If you didn't know what metal was, now you have a better idea, right? Okay, and that's the point of a glossary. So if you're ever reading a book, you're like, I'm not sure what it is. What does the glossary do?
It tells the definition.
It tells the definition of the word. Great.
But not all the words.
Not all the words, exactly, but of the words that are in the book that the author wants you to know. Okay, so great job. Okay, and so the last word we're going to go over is index. So can you tell me, what is the index? Actually, first, before you tell me what the index is, can you show me where to find the index, I need you to, where would you look? Hold on, before, I know you're about to go, where would the index be?
At the end of the book?
It would be in the back of the book, right. Can you use the table of contents to go to the index? I'm glad you know that it's in the back of the book. That's great. Where's the glossary at in the book? In general. And where are you going to find the glossary?
At the back.
You're going to find that too in the back of the book. Great job.
It's usually right here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Animal name index. So that would be 502.
All right, great. So let's go on there.
Okay. 502. Guess that's not going to be it. Oh, 2 snakes. There we go.
All right. So now that we're here at the index, what does the index do?
It tells you the actual pages.
Of what? Because the
Of
table,
the book.
well, the table of contents tells us the pages of the books.
Mm-hmm.
What does the index do? It does include pages. You're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
But about what?
It tells you the things you want to learn about.
Yeah, specific things. As a keyword, specific things, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So just say you want to learn, you mentioned the snake. You're like, oh, those are cool snakes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if you notice, where's that little thing? I'm going to put this little fiction tab here so we know. When we go to the table of contents here, in this animal encyclopedia, this tells us the scientific names of animals, okay? So we have I'm not even going to try to pronounce some of these words. Okay?
Why?
Because they're really challenging and I'm probably going to mess it up. Okay? But
you know,
I could definitely ask Google to help me out. So we have our Coraciforms, okay? But it doesn't, none of this says snake, right? We don't see seal or moth or
butterfly.
or butterfly, right? Or baboon, okay? Or fish, okay? You're not gonna find that in this encyclopedia.
Yeah, but that means we don't know where the snakes are.
Exactly. You don't know. You're like, oh man, I'm doing a paper. I'm writing about snakes, but I don't know the scientific name of the snake. Is it I'm looking here and, SN, I'm not finding snake. I see scorpions, right? But I'm not seeing any snakes. I don't know the scientific name of a snake.
Yeah, we don't know all the snake names.
Exactly. We don't know the scientific name. So that's where the index comes in, where it shows us specific things. Okay, let's go back to the index, which is on what page?
It's on 502.
502. Great job. So let's go back to the index, and let's see if we can find snake.
Snake. What's it? A words.
Go ahead.
E. B. For S. F. G. C. H. I. J. K. L. M. N. P. Q. R. S. Oh, S. Okay. Okay, so here's let's do a sea snake.
A sea snake. Good. Can you just find, does it have any words that just say snake? Great job. That was a great job, though. I don't want to take that away from you. It was great.
I don't see it.
You don't see it? Yeah, I don't see it either. Okay, but you found the sea snake. Great. So what page is the sea snake on?
It's 479.
All right, so let's go to 479. And hopefully it would have more about other snakes since we'll be close to the snake area. So what was that, 459 you said?
Yeah. I know, it's 79.
79, I apologize.
Close, but close. Sea snake.
Sea snake, right. So now we have our rattlesnake.
Yeah, that's a diamondback snake.
Diamondback rattlesnake, right.
Darter snake.
Garter snake.
Grass snake.
Grass snake.
Does that mean it usually hides in the grass?
Yes, right. And just say if you knew about a grass snake, you'd be like, okay, instead of looking up just snake, you would say, okay, grass snake. If you go back to the index and look up G and look for grass, you would find grass snake under G.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does the index do again?
Index tells a specific page you want to learn on.
Yeah, specific topics you want to learn on. That's right. And it shows us the page numbers of those topics. Great job.
Yeah, it says you might not find snake on the table of contents.
You may not find it in the table of contents. That's right. So let's actually do the same thing. Let me see. Is this the same thing? Let me see. Okay, so let's actually do the same thing with the bird book, okay?
Okay.
So I want to learn about swans, okay? So can you look in the table of contents to see if we can find more information about swans?
Swan. How did the index?
All right, let's go to the index. What page is that on?
420.
Okay.
It's like the back of the butt. For index. There is. Okay. Oh, and that's. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we found the index, okay?
Yeah.
Now, normally they're in alphabetical order. I'm not seeing A. I just see the first word is abundance, which is fine. So
Abundance?
so you're gonna have to find it. We're looking for swan. So what letter are we starting with here?
S.
S. So I need you to go to the S section.
Yeah, start to look for swan. Did you say swan?
Swan.
Okay. Tails won't be a swan.
Nope, swan. S-W-A-N. That's it.
Mm-hmm. What's the number?
So there's different types of kinds. So they have, if you want to learn about identifying swans, mute swans, trumpeter swans, tundra swans, you can pick it. But if you ever look at the numbers, we have 2021, 2021, 2020, 21, 2020, 21. So you notice they're all the same page number, basically. So why don't you go ahead and go to the first one?
Okay. And then
Identifying swans. So what page number are you going to go to?
2021.
Just 20. Page 20.
Take it forward. A little bit too far. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Now there's our beautiful swans. Okay, and then so we have, there's our identifying swans, how to identify them. We have our mute swans, trumpeter swans, tundra swans, and we also have, what are these?
Maps.
Maps to show where they are. Can you show me the pictures? Or the photographs?
Woo.
Right? And can you read to me a picture caption?
Picture taps. Okay. Sometimes it sits wings.
Sometimes arches wings. Great. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So those are all we need to know about text feature tools, which are found in nonfiction books and sometimes in fiction books, some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But mostly all of these are found in nonfiction books. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then that completes this. Great job today.